What's up, everybody? My name is Blaze Tiger back with another video, and we are looking at the 210 patch notes for JP, sorry, not Global. And with this comes a new character, Sweet Temptation, Derieri of Purity. Now, this character, I looked over a little bit of the character, and she could possibly be a good or okay unit for Assault Meli because the problem right now is Assault Meli doesn't really have a team. Like he has a team, but it relies on him only really doing damage, right? Um, and so it's not that great compared to let's compare it to other teams like the One, Escanor, Liz, Lost Vein. They all were able to be put on teams where most of them can attack. Like you could probably have two attackers, one supporter, and you're just doing a bunch of damage all, with each of your characters. So with Lost Vein, no, sorry, not Lost Vein, with Assault mode, it really only came down to him attacking. So her passive, Cynical Harm, increases the basic stats of the hero by 10% for a max of 3 times if the hero takes damage from skills. At max stack, disables the ultimate move of all enemies for 2 turns. Now, this is obviously a good passive if she's getting hit, right? From what I see these days, most people run AoE attack teams because it's the best and most effective way, in my opinion, to end a match quickly, right? You have Green Gother that most people run now, and most of the times they're always going to use the AoE attack to dissolve the ultimate gauge, right? You have the King team, which has they don't really run it too much these days on JP, but I'm just saying they have the King team that is an entire AoE attack. Well, except for Goddess Liz, but um, King is going to do an AoE attack. Demon Hendrix is going to do an AoE attack. Um, you have the new Valenti that does the AoE attack. You got Sariel. So most of the teams do AoE attack, but most of the people are going to know what this character does. So one, you don't really want to attack Lost Assault Melios because of his passive, right? And now you're not going to want to attack her because of her passive. So it's kind of, will she actually work on the team because of her passive? And then it's like, do you want to replace? She's a defensive. She's okay. So right here, right, she taunts enemies, increases defense related stats by 80%, and becomes immune to stun for 2 turns. So she's more like she's like uh sh with the taunt and everything. She's like Troll, Green DN, Green Small DN. But do you really want to give up Droll because Droll's passive works pretty good on Assault Meliodas? So like on most units, you look at the units and you read it and you're like, oh, well, they look good on paper or they look bad on paper, but can work completely different when you're actually using them, right? So I would say, for now, I would say she's good. In my opinion, from looking at it, like decreases the damage of range skills by 35% in PvP, applies to both allies and enemies when entering battle, excludes ultimate moves. All right, so Assault Meliodas, I believe all of his skills should be melee attacks, right? Even the AoE one, that should still be considered an AoE. I'm sorry, a melee attack because he's still up in your face. So like teams like the Pierce team, which do range attack mostly, this should affect them, or the new Valenti that has AoE attacks or range attacks that should affect them. Sariel should do the same thing because they're literally attacking you from a range, and then they're being decreased by 35%. So, and again, since most of the people that are on PvP now use AoE attacks, she's getting this by 10%. That's 30%. And then she's able to pop off the stun. I'm sorry, not the stun, the taunt. She gets a defense related. Her defense goes up a lot, including this. So she's pretty tanky at that point. Like probably really hard to kill, right? Um, the only issue with this, right, is that she isn't immune to all types of stun. So when I say all types of stun, I mean like stun, petrify, and freeze. Um, let's be honest though, when you go to PvP, how many times do you get frozen? How many times do any of your enemy your characters get frozen? Not, it's rare, right? How many times does, well, okay. Blue King is still there here and there, right? He's there here and there, but and I don't see too much people using Droll on global. I'm not 100% sure about JP how many people use Droll because obviously Droll, I think it's Blue Droll. Blue Droll can petrify. Um, but for the most part, a lot of people still run Elizabeth, Angel Elizabeth, who can stun. So this would work perfectly on her. But it would have been good if it worked against all forms of stuns, you know? But I mean, again, it looks good on paper. It looks good on paper, or it may look bad on paper. You just got to see how she operates when she drops. Here, cancels buffs and stances on one enemy inflicts damage equal to 400%. The stances one is okay to me. I don't really care too much. I never really cared for these, but the cancel buffs is a plus. Yeah. Now I would like to see how her cards look from level one and two. This is just level three cards. So I would like to see what the level one and two cards look like. If she's canceling buffs on level one, then that might be a really good card. This might be a really good busted card because most of the cards nowadays come most of the characters have like this buff themselves, you know what I'm saying? Most of the teams are always buffing themselves now. So this will be kind of good right here. Um, what would have made it better is if it was an AoE attack, but yeah, it is what it is. This passive would have been the passive is good. You know, once you get the three stacks, then obviously you disable the ultimate move gauge for enemies for 2 turns. But this would have been good if it was affecting the 10% for three times was affecting the entire team. But regardless, it's not. But it is what it is. In my opinion, I think she's an okay unit. She's not bad in any means. I don't think she's bad. It's just one of those units where you're like, I have to use her to see how she is. I got to see the stats. I got to see how she looks when she's level 80, full 6-starred, UR geared, super awakened. I got to see what she looks like at that point, and then run her, and then make a decision on if she'll be good or not, right? So that's it. But they do need to drop more demon cards for Assault Meli because I said it when Assault mode came out. His passive, I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? I love the card. Like I think the card is pretty busted. But I hated the fact that he was so limited because of the passive. I thought that was pretty dumb that they did that. Like he was such a hype card, like when we all knew he was coming, such a hype card, and then for them to limit him like that, I thought that was a slap in the face for the card. Um, Right here is the banner. Obviously, it is a Valentine's Day event, so it's going to be a seasonal banner. Green Gother will be on there. Gamer, Halloween Shen and Roxy will be on there. So, you know, those are great buys right there. If you're able to pull them at level 600, you will get a chance to pull her. Obviously, she's the go-to, you know. And these are the UR gear costume. I mean, these guys have already been out with their costume, so that's nothing new. But this one right here, uh, yeah. And then there's just the events for for the patch for the update for the Valentine's Day event. These are some of the events right here. Rewards. I'm sorry, materials. Um, and here's some rewards you can receive. So you get some costumes for Elizabeth, Meliodas, and yeah, cool. All right. And here's basically telling you what missions you can do and what you will get from doing them. So you guys can pause it if you would like, take a quick look. This is on global right now, so you all know how this goes. And here are some of the rewards. This is on global right now, so you guys know how this works. Here you go. So I'm just going to skim through it, nothing too crazy, you know. Here are the sorry, not the buys, the uh, packs you can get, which are also on global. I bought these up here. This was a steal. I mean, well, not this, but these two are a steal. This is 23.99 on global. This is 7.99 on global. Listen to me. This is a tier 5 SSR set. I'm sorry, did I say tier 5? Yeah, tier 5. Yeah, tier 5 SSR set for 7.99. So if you are too lazy to make sets, here you go, right here. You can do it. You can buy it 3 times. So for those who are planning to summon for the one Escanor, if you don't feel like creating an entirely new set, there you go right there. But remember, when you use these and get them engraved and all that stuff, you don't get the diamonds for doing it. You only get diamonds for the sets you complete from getting them from stages. So that's a little reminder there. Here's another pack right here. This is really cool. And some ticket packs for the banner. And yeah, cool, whatever. Um, so then there's going to be some system changes. So I like how they're continuing to make the game easier for people to navigate, make it easier for people to use. Like if you have to go in and do something really quick, you don't have to take forever to get your stuff done. Like the last big update they did to the system, to me, was they took away the failing of the enhancing. They took that away. That was amazing. And then they made it even faster. So that I thought was a big change right there. Here's some more changes. I'm not 100% sure with this one right here. I'm not really sure what's going on with that one. Icons displayed when forming team updated. Cool. All right. So that's basically it. All right. Nothing too big, obviously. Um, so yeah, for everyone that's summoning for her tonight, good luck. I will be watching because I'm very interested to see how she would work. Um, yeah. So that's all I have for this one, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.